Hi, everyone. I shouldn't have to tell you who I am, but for everyone, um, for anyone that doesn't know who I am the world famous Stuttering John. I have 30 shows that come on here just to mock me. 30 uneducated losers. Okay? So, they don't know anything about the Constitution. They don't know anything about the Bill of Rights. They sure as hell don't know anything about the Magna Carta or how it came into effect in 1215. And we're going to teach these losers a little bit about the Magna Carta, and I will do that. My name is Stuttering John. We will begin as soon as I am ready. You will wait for me to learn about the Magna Carta, and that's a fact. Okay, so wait till I'm ready. We'll learn about that. I got it all queued up on the screen. Okay, that's a fact. That's a fact, Jack. You don't question the Duke. You don't question the man, the one. That's me. Okay, so let's go learn about the Magna Carta here as soon as I am ready. The shitware has gone too far. I told him not to talk about me on his show, but he's not capable of listening to me. He can't do it. Hey, Mike, thanks for being here. Thanks for being here, everyone. And like I said, we will be learning about the Magna Carta when I am ready. We will do that. We are almost ready. Does the shitware teach you guys about the Magna Carta? Does Kevin Brennan? I meant Neil's brother. Do those guys ever leave their studio? They're already family shows. Wait, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, the Magna Carta. Let's learn a little bit about the Magna Carta. Let's do that. Okay, how do we put this on the screen, guys? Here we go.
Hey guys, welcome to Hip Hughes History as we take a look in this episode at the Magna Carta. How excited are you to learn about the Magna Carta? I don't care if you're a kid in school, a lifelong learner, or if you're just cray-cray on the internet. We're going to go do the giddy up for the learning and go get her done.
Once again, does the shitware teach you guys about the Magna Carta? I think you guys know the answer to that.
Right.
Who else doesn't teach you about the Magna Carta? Who's that guy that looks like a cat burglar? Chad Zumach, does he teach you guys about the Magna Carta? I think you know the answer to that.
All right, guys, why don't we start with the big idea first, and that is the Magna Carta is muy importante. Very important in terms of the development of individual rights and this concept that I have liberty and that the king, the government, can't take away that liberty without reason. And really, the Magna Carta is going to be very significant in the development not only of kind of English law and the English Constitution.
I agree with this guy.
The development of Parliament, but right here in the good old USA, parts of the Constitution are really directly lifted from the Magna Carta. When you look at the suspension clause, which is in Article 1, Section 9, Clause 2, and it says that the privilege of the writ of habeas corpus shall not be suspended unless rebellion or invasion, public safety may require it. This idea that habeas corpus, you can't arrest me, you can't put me in the hole, Jack, unless there's some process, some reason, some idea.
That is very important. This is what our founding fathers, this is what our laws came from. The Declaration of Independence was based on this. Let's keep going.
In fact, the origins of habeas corpus can be traced back to the original Magna Carta from 1215, the 39th clause, which said, "No man shall be arrested or imprisoned except by the lawful judgment of his peers or by the law of the land," right? You have to actually...
And that is why we have juries, folks. Okay.
Violate a law to get arrested, and then You get to be judged by your peers. How great is the Sixth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution? That's where it came from. So the big idea is the Magna Carta.
It's not perfect, but it's the best system in the world, and that's what we have, folks.
Which is going to be not that significant in the very beginning. It's going to be very significant if we look at the development of the Republic and Western civilization. How about that? All right, let's take a look at a little bit of the history of the Magna Carta and get a little bit more specific.
Let's go ahead and pay attention, folks. Okay? We're talking about the Magna Carta.
My French is terrible, but we have to start with talking about the Angevin kings. And we're not going to do a million years of English history right here. We should know that in the very early 13th century, the early 1200s, we have the Angevin line of kings. And this is kind of a king line that has roots, a dynasty that has roots in France that's ruling the kingdom of England. Henry II was the first of those kings. You might have heard of a guy by the name of Richard the Lionhearted.
I've heard of him.
Richard the Lionhearted especially, and for him, Henry II, really it kind of abandoned this concept that there was a real relationships between the barons and the king. That probably wasn't true, but there was definitely less conflict between the kings and the barons before this line.
Very good information, guys.
The king was operating in the sense for the best interest of what they saw as the kingdom. And this new line is a little bit more interested in armies and crusades and killing Muslims.
Once again, does the shitweird teach you guys about the Magna Carta? Has he ever taught anyone about history? Always about himself. Always about the shitweird. Always talking about me.
So that might be part of the reason why, by the time we get to the death of Richard the Lionhearted, where his brother takes over, his brother is going to be King John. King John's nickname was Soft Sword. So you can see that he's not going to be that successful in terms of military conquests. And early on, he starts losing battles with France.
I don't know if we could believe this guy about King John. Well, let's keep seeing what he has to say.
He starts losing land. And as a result of that, he started looking for some extra change. He starts raising taxes. And of course, the barons in this feudalism system, you have the king, you have the barons, you have feudal lords, all the way down to the bottom, you have the serfs. Everybody answers to somebody. But right now, the king isn't answering to anybody. And they're being reminded in their history that way before this, in the year 1100, Henry I had actually signed something called the Charter of Liberties. And that really wasn't an effect for very long, but this was a very basic listing of rights. And I'm not talking about rights for everybody. I'm talking about rights for the people way up here, right? For the barons, for the feudal lords, for the people that are right underneath the king. They're looking for relief in terms of taxation. They're looking for a lessening of the king's power. I mean, the king at that point could deny a marriage if he wanted to. He'd be like, no, you two aren't getting married. You couldn't get married. So
hey, folks, the guys, the people, they don't like, the common folk don't like when you raise taxes because they're stupid. They don't understand you need to raise taxes for the common good. Okay?
Basic things like that, property rights, inheritance rights, very basic ideas that there were certain freedoms the king couldn't take away. That was lined out in the Charter of Liberties. And that's like 1,000 years before this. That's 1100. So now fast forward to 1215, and these barons are looking at this line of kings who are operating under this banner of force and will, of divine right, and they're not liking it at all. So in 1214, we kind of have the final straw for the barons when John I loses the Battle of Bouvines. And now they're going to start to organize themselves, and they're going to start to really represent a rebel group. They even elect a leader. Robert Walter becomes the leader. There's a conspiratorial theory that he believed that the king had violated his daughter, and this was a personal vengeance kind of thing. But he's going to be the organizer of the rebels. Now, John I wasn't...
So... this is important stuff. I need you guys to pay attention. We're learning about the Magna Carta in 1215. Once again, the shitware isn't capable of doing this. The shitware also doesn't do fun things like we do. The shitware doesn't do, he won't go to waterfalls. He won't leave his studio. He won't go on the sidewalk and do sidewalk talk. He's a shitware. He's a dues payer. He won't do it. We're the only ones that'll do it. I need the shitware to stop talking about me on this channel because he's no good.
The dumbest of the kings. He certainly could smell this rebel group that was forming. And previous...
Oh, why did we stop here?
to 1215 and 1213. He made a series of moves to lock himself in with the Catholic Church. He made an oath to be a crusader. He said he was a vessel of the Pope. He said that we're on the side of the church. And he sends communications to the Pope at that time, who was Innocent II, of this conflict between the barons and the king, and he's looking for support. Now, eventually, the Pope's going to respond on the side of John I, but they don't have the internet.
I think this guy, number one, he's a huckalero. He's overstating or understating about John. John was a good king. John didn't raise taxes to the amount that this huckalero is saying he did. Once again, John was a good king, and he didn't deserve what is coming to him, and we'll see if we'll find out what that is, folks.
Back then. So the letter took a very, very long time. And by May, the rebels who had organized themselves, this rebel baron group, attack London. And at that point, now the king realizes he's locked out of London. He's going to have to start to negotiate with these guys. So they agree, the rebels and King John, that they're going to get the Archbishop of Canterbury, Stephen Langton, to be the arbitrator between the two sides. So in June 1215, based in part on that previous 1,000-year before document, the Charter of...
And this isn't going to be a long live. I have to change the cat litter soon, guys.
Liberties. The barons put together what's called the Articles of the Baron, kind of their wish list in this new relationship that they're going to have with the king. And that's going to be modified. It goes through a whole bunch of different edits in the negotiation process. But basically, at the end of the day, we get the Magna Carta. That's right. The Magna Carta is called the Great Charter. The Great Charter is the Magna Carta. And in this new relationship, the king's going to give up some stuff, and the rebels are going to put down their weapons, and they're going to renew the oath to the king. At least that's what they all say they're going to do. And at the basic root of the Magna Carta isn't so much all of this talk about liberty. And there's certainly a few passages in there that are going to evolve into this concept of due process, that when I get arrested, there needs to be due process, kind of
very good clause in the Magna Carta due process, folks.
Procedures that you go through of habeas corpus, that you can't arrest me without reason, and certain other rights that are going to evolve. But really, the document is addressing what these barons' concerns are: inheritance, tax, land, real estate, kind of the nitty-gritty of common law, let's put it that way. And certainly, there's only 3 of the 63 articles that even mention serfs. The rest of the documents, like I said before, deal with the barons' concerns.
Once again, they don't care about the small people, the serfs. They only care about the nobles, and that's not fair. That's not right. We're against that. We care about the common folks here, and let's keep going.
Even some of them are a little bit fishy when you look at it through the lens of today, like Article 54. No man is to be arrested or imprisoned on account of a woman's appeal for the death of anyone other than her own husband. So sorry for the ladies there. Unless someone killed your husband, you can't be a witness to a crime. And certainly there's other stuff in there like protection of church rights in terms of taxation, in terms of inheritance. But at the end of the day, the most important clause is going to be 61. It's called the Security Clause. And what it said was that there was going to be a council of 25 barons. And if the king didn't listen to the Magna Carta, wasn't following the rules after 40 days of an edict from this council of 25 barons, the barons had the right, the lawful right, to take over the castle, to take power away from the king until he resolved the matter.
That's very good. They're finally limiting some of the king's power in 1215 with the Magna Carta for the first time, because no one should be above the law. Okay.
That's huge. That means that there's going to be accountability between the king and the barons. But unfortunately, the Magna Carta is not going to work out for those guys way back in the day. They're both going to violate what they were supposed to do. The rebels are...
And I'm against them violating their oath.
Supposed to get out of London. They're not going to get out of London. King John isn't supposed to appeal to anybody. He goes running to Pope Innocent II, and that's going to fall apart. And we're going to get what's called the First Baron War. And if there's a First Baron War, it's going to go on for a very long time, and we're going to avoid all that. So let's wrap it up. Why is the Magna Carta important now that you know what it is?
And once again, does the shitware think the Magna Carta is important? I think you guys know the answer to that. Okay. Does Neil's brother think the Magna Carta is important? I don't think Neil's brother even knows what a Magna Carta is. Same with the 30 Phalanx shows. They don't even know anything about history. Okay, let's keep going. That's okay.
Now, the Magna Carta is going to go through a whole bunch of different revisions. Most of the ugly language is going to be taken out of it. But the important clauses, the ones that are going to evolve into this habeas corpus concept, the idea that you get a trial by jury of your peers, those big ideas of liberty, that we have this liberty, are going to roll themselves into the Enlightenment. We see them with John Locke. We're going to see it in the English Bill of Rights and the idea of Parliament and the spreading of that to the idea of the Republic in the United States. We've already talked about that, but the limitation clause in Article 1, the Fifth Amendment's due process clause, and the Ninth Amendment can be all traced to that Magna Carta. So hip, hip, hooray for the Magna Carta. And remember, the Magna Carta is not a constitution. It's just something in English history that evolved into common law and was adopted into later.
So it became in the common law. It's very important for history.
Legal matters. So now at
And
least
once again, the shit where if he wouldn't have failed second grade, he would have known this. We learned this in middle school and up to 8th grade.
Something about the Magna Carta. Thank goodness for that. So you're going to be ahead at the next party you go to or the next test you take, you're going to pass. All right, guys. I say it because I say it at the end of every lecture because I mean it with all my heart. Where attention goes, energy flows, and we'll see you guys next time you press my buttons.
So what do you guys think of the Magna Carta? Okay. Let's see if we can get this off the screen. I don't know if that's possible. I thought it was very good. If anyone has any hesitation about that, we'll watch more videos on the Magna Carta because we do things outside the box on this network. This is the John Show. This is the show. This is the best show on YouTube. Okay? The shitware just likes to make fun of people. He doesn't respect the people. Hey, James Steele. I agree. Let's see. We could start posting some of these comments, I guess. James Steele says, Chad, without the Magna Carta, us peasants would still be living of horse whatnots. And I agree. I agree that, we've come a long way. The shitware would still be one of the people living amongst whatnots because he doesn't progress. He doesn't go with the times. He regresses. That's the shitware. That's what he's all about. And we're better than that. We're better than the shitware buying views from India. We're better than him mocking me all day and all night. And that's a fact. Jack. You guys know it. I know it. Oh, thanks, Mark. Mark is a historian. Mark has a great channel. If anyone loves history, it's Mark Turi 123, I believe. Let's see if we could find his channel on the YouTube. Whoa, this thing's going nuts here. Yeah, okay, here we go. See if we could present this. Oh yeah. He's going live 3 p.m. I think our time, at least my time here in Buffalo. Let's see. We're gonna present his channel to folks. Okay, so there it is. It's a little small, but it's let me see if I can make it a little bigger. I'm not good at this, folks. It's a little bigger. So it's Mark Turi 123. It's a great channel. He does a lot of great stuff. He does history. He does a lot of back and forth with someone that I know, a personal friend of mine. You're welcome, Mark. A friend of mine named, it's Pete. It's Pete and Griff. And those two go at it on that channel. Thanks, James. We will try. We will do that. That's important. And Mark's been a friend of mine since the beginning, folks. So, yeah, that's true, James. Mark does have a brilliant channel. That's a fact, Jack. That's a fact backed up by documents. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. We need to definitely do that. Pete and Griff. That's a fact, Jack. Let me see if I could unpresent this now. So yeah, 3 o'clock today. I will be watching. No, I didn't see Rob Saul made a short. What was it about, dog? And if anyone has a channel, we do promote all the small channels here. Or the bigger ones. That's a fact, Jack. That's a fact. Backed up by Watch It Live. I haven't seen anything lately. These are facts. Always getting into food content. Okay. It's interesting. See, I'd like to go back out, maybe on hit the streets today, maybe go to another waterfalls today. We'll see what the day brings. We got a lot going on. How's everyone doing today? We're not going to be much longer. We just wanted to bring you the Magna Carta. I don't know what's on today content-wise. I know OJ. I think OJ's still on. I don't really know the schedule yet, if any. That's a fact, Jack. That's a fact backed up by documents. Oh, vegan pizza. That's cool. That's worth watching. Yeah, you know, Mark, I'd like to go. You seen I was pretty close to some of those places. I'd like to go as Griff to some of those places while you're on stream, at your house. That'd be, pretty cool. At least we could film from I could film from the dumpster of like Wild Wings or somewhere like that. That'd be cool. Because we were close. Usually that's my route to work, so I'm pretty close to work when I'm over there, but we could do it when I'm off or something. Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, that'd be excellent if you came to Buffalo. Yeah, look, let me know when that's in the, I know you're busy with college too, your master's degree too. But yeah, I would love that if you came to Buffalo. But if not, before that, we could recreate it if I'm we'll see. Well, I guess I could probably answer that, James. At least from what I see, and I'll try to be gingerly in my response. Yeah, there's not much meat on them, but the way that they make them in Buffalo, I don't know how they do it. You have to get a job at a pizzeria to find out their secret ingredients if they told you. But wait, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, buffalo wings. Okay, so buffalo wings. The way they make the sauce, I don't know how they do it. It's got a lot of spices in it, but it's not too hot. Wait, what were you talking about? And then, so that's the wings, and then the pizza. I don't know how they make the pizza good. They have good. in Buffalo. They have what's this stuff called? Sauce. Inside the sauce, they have some ingredients that they put. They put a little what do they call this stuff? Maybe oregano. Okay. They put a lot of sauce. Okay. They put they probably put the red pepper, and then a lot of Parm cheese on it. And then what makes it special, at least the better places in Buffalo, the better pizzerias in Buffalo, and we're talking about the Imperials, we're talking about the Bellas, we're talking about some of the better ones. They burn the pepperonis before they put them on the pizza, and they use a lot of grease, and that makes it very special. And on my channel, I did evaluate the 10 best pizzerias, and we'll do it again. We'll do it again on my channel if we have to, if the people demand it, because that's what we do in this channel. We do what the people demand. Unlike the shitware, unlike Neil's brother, they don't do anything that the people want. They're stupid. Second grade dropouts. They couldn't color in between the lines. They couldn't do that. Let's drink our coffee, folks. Let's go! Like I said, this isn't supposed to be a long live. Maybe we'll try to have some fun later. No guarantees. Got a busy day. Yeah, now we're getting into questions that I can't answer. Yeah, that I don't know. Good question, though, James. James is asking. I'll read it because the professional people read it, and I'm a professional, folks. James is asking, what do they do with the rest of the buffalo? Question mark. Or are the wings humanely removed and the buffalo released? Yeah, that I don't know. It's a good question. Some of these are Buffalonian secrets, so it's going to be hard even if you Google the question to get a good response. They'll be they'll be blocking. Wait, what? Who are we talking about again? Hey, Cupcake. Is this the real cupcake or the fake cupcake, as all the other shows like to say? I don't want to talk to any fake cupcakes. I'm just kidding. You're welcome here, whether the real cupcake or the fake cupcake. We're talking about Cupcake's Corner of American Cupcake. Yeah, it's pretty much a secret. Just like Coke is a secret, how they guard the... I don't know if you guys know this, but they guard the recipe to Coke with... I don't know. There's a whole there's shows about it. I don't know why it's that important. I don't even like Coke. But let's see, who's this? Mike Shitty Providers. Mike Shitty Providers says 100% he's Rob. He's been shook as a baby. Okay. You can tell he has PTSD by the way he hobbles his head. Rob's a friend of this channel, so I don't know if we could approve of that, but Mike's a good guy, so I approve of Mike. See, once again, though, Rob Saul, even though he's a friend and ally of this channel, he doesn't go out to waterfalls, okay? He doesn't go out on the streets, just in his studio. I'm against that stuff. You could do a couple shows like this one in the studio, but you have to go out and meet the people. You have to go out and film what people want. Why would they stay in their studios like that, folks? I'm the only one that leaves in this Devilverse. And so I think my show's better than them. And I'm coming on here, guys. I didn't even really have my morning coffee yet, but I missed everyone, so I wanted to come on. I don't think I was on yesterday. Everything can't be on YouTube, you know what I mean? Yeah. James says that people that don't like nature are sus as ducks. And I agree that these people should be investigated. All right, because you know, that's it. And the people, not only that, it's like they can't be bothered to leave their studios. They can't do it. Oh. What's everyone's plans for today? Like I said, we're wrapping up. Because we just want to bring you the Magna Carta. We've done that successfully. Unlike the shitware. He's not capable. He didn't do it. I was the first one in this Dabbleverse to bring you guys the history of the Magna Carta. And I'm proud of that. So I want to thank you guys for being here, including but not limited to the first person I can't pronounce their name. Eldely, but thank you for being here. Mike Shitting, internet provider, always great to see you. Dog Saul, thanks for being here. Who else we have? Irish, great to see you. James Steele, it's a pleasure. Mark Turi, always a pleasure to see you. We'll see you at 3. I'll be in and out today, but I should be able to pop in the comments. And Cupcake, I know you're down there. Peter, how you doing? How did I miss that? I am not a member of the American Mafia or American Football Mafia, whatever they call it, but I appreciate that. I stand by my city. Sorry if I missed any comments, folks. But anyways, like I said, we're done today. Just wanted to bring you the history of the Magna Carta. It's never been done. The shitware's never done it. Neil's brother certainly has never done it. I did that. I'm the one. I'm the man. I'm the most famous person on this platform. Thank you guys for being here. I'll see you guys soon. Bye now.